Very good morning, students. Welcome back to second year physics. In the previous class, actually we finished about a CR circuit. Now let us will move to the LC circuit. So what is LC circuit? In case of a LC, here we can take both L in the sense is inductive circuit and a C in the sense is a capacitive circuit. So now L and C we must be connected in the series. So we know about a L individual and we know C individual. In case of L, there will be a phase angle is 90 degree, that is we can say pi by 2. Of course, in that inductive circuit, the current is logs the EMF by an angle of pi by 2. In case of a capacitive circuit, there is a current is lead by the EMF by an angle of pi by 2, that we need to mention all. Now I will show you the diagram for this LC circuit, so which is given like this. So you take first of all L, then C. R to be connected to the alternator, that is we can say E is equal to E naught sin omega t. Fine, there will be a current flow, and here for this inductive circuit potential difference is VL, capacitive circuit is VC, and you write first about a inductor, clear, that is VL is equal to I into XL, and we know XL is nothing but a omega L, and XL is equal to 2 pi n into L, and here there will be a phase angle is pi by 2, and here current lead logs by an angle pi is equal to pi by 2 with EMF. So this is about a what? Related to inductive. What about capacitive circuit? You take capital C. For this, VC is equal to I into, we can write as XC, then XC is equal to 1 by omega C, then 1 by 2 pi n into C. Now come to the point is, here is the phase angle will be again it is pi by 2, and here come to the point is the current leads by an angle of pi by 2 with EMF. This is about a what? The given related to the alternators, and here now we need to draw a graph for these given cases. So let us you take first of all both L and C you take. Here it is we know it is represented as VL and it is represented as VC. So here V and L, in case of a what it is, when there is a current flow through a x axis you take, and here it represented minus y, it represented plus y. See, there are some conditions are there. On this basis we need to find a resultant potential difference between VL and VC. See, we need to find a potential difference, resultant potential difference between the VL and VC. Of course, I want to say like this. The first case here you write a resultant potential difference between VL and VC. That is, you say resultant is approximately we can take like this, because we don't know whether it is greater and whether it is smaller, we don't know. No? So that you write VL is VC we can, or else you want to write resultant will be VC is like a VL. So in this case what is happening, sir? So now we need to write a VL is we know that is I into XL, and this is also you write here. So V is equal to I into XL and I into XC. So V is equal to, if I take I common, then XL minus XC. Or you say this one also we can, but in this now I want to say one thing. Here it is, we can say the LC, because omega L is nothing but a we know I mean to say XL is nothing but a omega L, right, and here 1 by omega C. So V is equal to I into, here you write here omega L minus 1 by omega C. So in this let us say about a ZLC. LC is equal to omega L minus 1 by omega C. Therefore, current I is equal to EMF, or we can say here it is E also, no problem. It is omega L minus 1 by omega C. In case of a what, it is LC circuit. See, we cannot confirm this because we don't know which one is greater in this. Based on that, suppose if VL is greater than VC, then we have a case. Suppose if I say VC is greater than VL, yes we have. Like if both are equal, yes we have. So that we have to say three cases. It is a one case, and go for the based on the VL and VC, will get the resultant, right? Suppose if I go first one, here it is a VL greater than, so that case 1 you say VL is greater than VC if I, then XL also greater than XC, then omega L also greater than 1 by omega C. These are the information which we know. So now based on this, now we should write a resultant. So resultant potential difference V is equal to VL minus VC, of course, because the condition only VL greater than VC, no? When it is greater, no? Therefore you write here resultant potential difference will be VL is nothing but I into XL, I into XC. Therefore V is equal to I into omega L minus 1 by omega C. Therefore current I is equal to V by, it is omega L minus 1 by omega C. In this ZLC, right? LC you write, that is omega L minus 1 by omega C. When the situation is given as VL is greater than VC. Now if I go for the second case, that is about a VC is greater than VL. Therefore omega, I mean to say, otherwise you write XC is greater than XL, then 1 by omega C is greater than omega L. Therefore again resultant potential difference V is equal to, you say VC minus VL. So I into XC, I into XL, then I into XC minus XL, then V is equal to I into 1 by omega C minus omega L. Therefore current I is equal to V by root, 1 by omega C minus 1 by, it is about a omega L. So ZCL is equal to, it is LC, it is CL. Say we can like this, it is omega L. So that I is equal to V by ZCL. This is what it is about a case 3. Now let us, if equal, the third one is, I want to say omega, third case, that is VL is equal to VC. When VL is equal to VC is nothing but XL is equal to XC. Therefore omega L is equal to 1 by omega C. This we can call LC oscillations, right? That here we need to find the omega value, because which are equal, no? Here in this case what happens, there is a resultant is 0. So it is omega square is equal to cross multiply 1 by LC. Omega is equal to 1 by root LC. This is the, we can say, omega or angular frequency. Clear? And here we need to find a power factor. In case of a L and C, if you take a individual L and you take a individual C, in general there will be no power consumptions, because L is a current is log, or there is a phase angle is 90, and C also you take a phase angle is 90. So that in case of a LC circuit there will be no power consumption, because power factor is what happens 0. When power factor 0, therefore then the average power also what will happen 0. Look at, I'll show you. Like first one you take power factor, that is cos pi, right? You see cos pi, it is cos pi by 2. 90 is 0. When power factor is 0, average power will be ERMS, IRMS cos pi. So it is ERMS, IRMS 0. So this is what it is related to LC circuits. So this about a LC is over. That I want to say next one is that is about a LCR circuit. Cited as LCR. You take now LCR circuit. LCR with EMF. Sir, what is LCR? Now you take a L, C and R are connected in the series combination. We know individual circuit, L we know, C we know, R we know. First together all you write, then after we'll see what is happening. Now say first L is connected, C is connected, and then after resistance. Of course, three circuits which opposes the flow of EMF. Inductive circuit which always opposes the EMF, E is equal to E naught sin omega t, and here there will be a VL is the potential difference, and come to the point is VC, it is also opposes the flow of alternator, and VR also opposes the flow of EMF. Now let us, you go for first individual capital R resistance. Here I is equal to, or you write VR is equal to, see, VR is equal to I into R, and in this phase angle is 0, and capacitive circuit, or you want to say L, that is VL is equal to I into XL. Now we know XL is nothing but a omega L, and there will be a phase angle is pi by 2. This is about a in case of a inductive circuit, and go for the capacitive circuit. Here it is VC is equal to I into XC, and XC is nothing but a 1 by omega C, and in this also phase angle is, see we know these are the L and the C. Now we want to say about a graph. First of all, I want to say the graph related by using these three L, C, R. Now we need to draw a graph which shows a graph is like this. Look at here. You take like this. It is a X, it is a Y, and it is a minus Y. And here is a current, or you say VR is taken. Here VL is taken and VC is taken. There will be a graph is represented like this, and which making an angle, phase angle is pi. It represented resultant. So that if you draw a opposite, it is O, A, B. This is the general graph which I was given. But here we need to say according to the conditions. That is, suppose if I go for XL greater than XC. So if I say XL greater than XC, this is the XL greater than XC. This graph is represented case number 1, that is VL greater than VC. You say like this, VL greater than, or we can say XL greater than XC. Therefore, the resultant potential differential will be represented in VR and VL, because here it is resultant will be what happens, VL minus VC, because this is greater, no, here you take VL minus VC we can, because it is a resultant. So we are taking what, VL is greater than VC, no, therefore the graph represented to be like this. Again, by using this all information, so we need to find a current, alternate current, and as well as the power factor, as well as the phase angle also. So it is a case number 1 you take, this is. So in this case what happens, V is equal to I into XL minus I into XC. So V is equal to I into XL minus XC we can. You keep this. Now get first current here. So for that current, from the triangle you take, that is OAB. You say cos, Pythagoras, apply here Pythagoras, that is about a OA square, right, is equal to AB square plus it is OB whole square. Of course, AO is nothing but a E square, AB is nothing but a, this is AB, opposite is VL minus VC, or else you write it is VL square plus it is another one is, you write as V, it is V square it is, and you write as VR square. So E is equal to root over V square plus VR square. Now V is nothing but a, what we can take actually I into XL minus XC here you write. So resultant is represented, it is root over, that is I into XL minus XC. Okay, or you can write otherwise, first step you take like this one, VL minus VC whole square plus VR square. Now you go with this root over I into XL minus I into XC whole square plus VR square. So E is equal to, if I take it here also you change this, I into R whole square. So I, if I take a common, root over XL minus XC whole square plus R square. So current I is equal to E by root over XL minus XC whole square plus R square. This is the current through the LCR circuit when there is a condition will be VL greater than VC. So in this XL, this root is represented as LCR, impedance root over XL minus XC whole square plus R square. Now we know XL is nothing but a omega L, XC is nothing but a 1 by omega C. So ZLCR is equal to root over omega L whole square, I mean to say 1 by omega C whole square plus R square. This is the ZLCR when the condition is this one. There also you write directly I is equal to E by root over ZLCR. So I will show you that. Look at here, I is equal to E by ZLCR. This is about a what? When VL is greater than VC. If VL is greater than VC, therefore there may be represented to be like this. Okay? Clear now? Now let us, I want to say phase angle also. That is the case 2. Here you write as the phase angle. You say pi, right? Therefore tan pi is equal to, it is opposite, you say AB by adjacent is OB. So AB is represented as, we can say VL minus VC by VR. So tan pi is equal to I into XL minus I into XC by I into R. Therefore from this you take a common is, I is common, XL minus XC by capital R it is. Okay. Now, so now we know about this XL and as well as XC. There you write and get a phase angle. See this condition only when VL is greater than VR. So that here it is, tan pi is equal to, here what happens, I into XL omega L minus 1 by omega C by R. So pi is equal to tan inverse of I into omega L minus 1 by omega C by R. I think I is cancelled, no? Here also I is there, no? Yes, I am sorry to say, right? This is the phase angle. Sir, what about power factor and what about the average power? Yes, you take a power factor, that is will be what? Cos pi is equal to, cos pi is nothing but a VR by E. So, because hypotenuse, then cos pi is equal to VR by I into E will be, it is VL minus VC whole square plus VR whole square. This is about a what? Related to the power factor. So, better you cancel, VR is nothing but a cos pi is equal to IR by I into root over VL minus VC whole square plus VR whole square. So, cancel, cos pi is equal to capital R by root over VL minus VC whole square plus VR whole square. Okay. Now, come to the point is about a average power. Average power. Power average, it is ERMS, IRMS, cos pi. So, average power for LCR circuit when VL is greater than VC only, right? Cos pi is capital R by root over VL minus VC whole square plus it is VR square. So, these are the condition related to when VL is greater than VC, and again we have other also, that is VC is greater than VL. Okay. Other condition is there, that is about a what? About a VC is greater than VL, that is in case of a LCR circuit only. Okay. That we will see in the next class. Again we need to find all these same factors, but the condition is VC is greater than VL. So, this is only one condition is over. Again we need to get another condition, that is about a what? VC is greater than VL. That we will see in the next class, and I will continue with continuation topic in the next class. Thank you very much. Thank you.